Now, y'all know damn well I have never heard of them, but that wasn't going to stop me from checking this documentary out. And I got to say, I was really impressed. But yeah, let's jump into my review of this new documentary, This Is GWAR. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we got a special review. We're going to be reviewing the documentary This Is GWAR, which made its world premiere this year at Fantastic Fest 2021. Now, y'all have never heard of this group at all, but I will say that they had me hooked in the very beginning with this documentary. And that's good, because in most times when checking out documentaries, you usually look to find more information. Either you know about the subject matter or you don't, but it's the job of putting together a documentary to inform its viewers about something you may not have known about it. And I love a documentary when I don't know anything about it, so that way I'm going in here completely blank, and hopefully I'm coming out feeling either informed or just, you know, a fan, whatever it may be. And this was one of the cases where I was just like, wow. Wow, that was something. It was a really good documentary, because I was able to connect with the band members really early. They talked about the ups and downs, the tragedy, so many different things. And that's why I like to watch documentaries, is to come out feeling enlightened about whatever the subject matter is. And this is the case. So you have this group, this band, GWAR, who are a bunch of nerds. So check one, check that box about something we relate to. They love anime, check 2. They love D&D, check 3. They love pro wrestling, check 4. And comics, check 5. There we go. We're best friends now at this point. And the fact that, like, they were art students. They were out of Richmond, Virginia, which is, you know, about an hour or two, something away from me. It's funny how they depicted how Richmond was in the 90s. I'm here to tell you folks that Richmond has not changed at all. It is still a pretty rough place, but that's a conversation for another day. But it's the fact that they were art students, then they wanted to create art, and a bunch of them came together with different ideas, and it ultimately came to them, you know, forming a group, a rock group. And they were able to encompass all the different passions that everybody had. You know, one person wanted to make costumes. You know, they wanted it to feel like a movie or a play. One person wanted to add music to it, and it really just came together. And to see them build and build and build over the years, growing their fan base, getting tons of opportunities, which I'll come to in a second. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate anybody out there chasing their dreams and their passions and really knocking it out the park. And that's what they did. But this is where things get funny. I gotta tell you, their concerts are the most outrageous things I have ever seen in my life. It's the most wildest things I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, bro, like wild times 1,000. The most erotic showing of things I've ever seen. Like, when you're at that concert, you won't be dry. You are being exposed to every bodily fluid possible. It's like, when you watch this documentary, when you see some of the footage, your jaw will be dropped. You will be like, what am I watching? And people are having the time of their life. But man, I just don't know if it's something I could ever be a part of. Like, it is nuts. Just the antics. These dudes are they're lunatics. And I can't even be mad, because they're having so much fun and people are having the time of their life. And cool. You know, there's always something for somebody, you know what I mean? And then the fact that they were arrested for obscenity in North Carolina, basically the display of intercourse and masturbation on stage. I mean, I gotta be honest, folks, they're on stage like jerking off, and like, these are just costumes, but it's still the whole theatric of it. But they're like jerking off, and then cum is going all over the crowd, and then they're like cutting limbs off, so blood's going on everywhere. And I mean, whatever you think I'm talking about, that times 1,000 is what's happening. It's the most display of raunchy and horror all together. It is crazy. It is crazy. I could not stop laughing at the same time, just like, wow, what in the world is going on? But it is really, it's like beyond that, it's really dope to hear from all the members as they recount all of their days from the beginning all the way into this point, the different milestones that the band has accomplished throughout their history. It's a really touching story because, again, they're just a group of people who was chasing their dreams, and they just wanted to bring their wildest imagination of art to life. And it's hard to root against that. You can't root against that. It's impossible, no matter what the genre is, you know? And again, as crazy as the things I was saying, because I kind of really downplayed all of the craziness that they were doing on stage. Again, whatever you're thinking right now by listening to me, times 1,000. Times 1,000. They were really hella successful. They really grew a fan base. They got all different types of deals and all different types of opportunities. They had cartoons, they had comics, they won major awards or nominated for awards as well too. Just so many different things. And then the styling of the documentary was really cool. Used tons of footage, obviously, animation. They had this comic book style sort of screens and whatnot. And then obviously interviews from the past band members. And, of course, they speak about, again, their ups and downs and the tragedies. And ultimately, as much as this documentary was fun as a viewer, there's a lot of good information, a lot of good stories being told, good camaraderie amongst them. And I gotta say, I really appreciate them. Like, my eyes are really opened up to a band that I had never heard of, and they've done so much. And beyond that, just as people, they really just is the epitome of the American dream of people growing up want to do and chase something that they're really passionate about and accomplishing it. And hey, that's GWAR. Everybody needs GWAR, as they said. But folks, check this one out. This documentary is entitled "This Is GWAR." Again, it made its world premiere this year at Fantastic Fest 2021. Jump in the comments, folks. Let me know your thoughts about this when you check it out. And as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon.